Yes, guys, welcome back to SFeatleyTV, and we're here for, well, just a general Christmas Eve stream, just talking about anything and everything, like the good and the bad. Um, yeah, the wherever it's going to lead us. So um, we've got Britt, my good man. How you doing, my friend?
Hey, it's the holidays, man. Family, friends. Uh, couldn't be better. Couldn't be
So are
better.
you in a are you in a so you're in a red suit? So we're going to call you the bald Santa Claus.
Oh,
Yeah, we got Tiho as well. How you doing, my friend?
Very well, bro. Very well. Excited for tomorrow, of course, and yeah.
Wicked, wicked. Right, so obviously, like this could go anywhere. Like
right.
it could go football, F1, just general talk like of anything. I'm gonna go to F1. No, I'm gonna bring Luca in. I'm gonna go to F1 because obviously we're F1 fans. And I actually had a chance to ask you, Britt or Tio, live on stream. What did you make, Britt, of that last 4 minutes of that race?
Uh, man, it. I see. It went for excitement and whatnot, and down to the wire or whatever. But there can't be this little feeling that it's harsh, but maybe undeserved, that it should have went down like that. Not saying nobody didn't deserve to win or somebody didn't deserve that and it was handed to them. I wouldn't go that far, but I mean, it was such a beautifully ran race, and then
Mm.
the final of that made for exciting from the viewer, I guess, but you can't get anything without a little bit of controversy when you're talking about that lot over there, I guess.
Yeah, I hear that in a sense, but it's one of those like, and I'll say it again, when you have clear sporting regulations, you can't then just chop and change because, oh, yeah, but everyone wants the last lap shootout. But yeah, so, and I'll put it in this another context. A lot of people wanted everyone to start on the grid for the 2005 American Grand Prix, right? But there were 9 teams. Well, there were 7 teams that were on the wrong tires, and they said they couldn't do it. It's not safe, right? So you need to build a chicane or something so we can go racing. So, and Charlie Whiting made it very clear who's the big boss. Charlie Whiting, he was the guy who then said, "I've got 5 new regulations in this rule book for this year that says I can't do it. I can't. You can't build a. You can't change the track. You can't do this. You can't bring new tires in. You can't do this, right?" Even though 9 teams were shouting at him to change the rules, right, for that race. So if that just shows obviously the measure of the man. He's got 19 principals moaning at him, right, saying we will not race unless you do this. Obviously, it ended up being 7 teams that didn't race, but basically that's what they were putting down as an ultimatum. And he was saying, no, no, we can't. Right? And how's it fair on Bridgestone? Right?
Hmm.
So that was some guy who was still sticking by the rules no matter what anyone was saying. Michael Massey, as soon as someone gets on the blower, he's like, "Oh, do I do it or do I not? Do I do it? Do I not? Do I do it? Do I not? Do I do it?" And as much as
What was
I
that?
respect,
Yeah, what was that?
I don't know what to make up. Like, um, what I'm saying is that as much as Crofty's tried to defend the guy, right, and he may not get the support he needs, right, but people don't trust him. They don't trust him. Since he's taken over, they don't have faith in him at all. They don't have zero faith in his decisions. They have zero faith in what goes on behind the scenes after that and the way it's structured. And if your team's saying it's not just Michael Massey, it's the way it's structured behind him, saying that there's a problem, then like the guy's position's untenable. the whole fan base don't trust him. And that's not just Max. That's Max fans included. That's not just like all. That's just not just us. Just like Hamilton fans. And I'm
Right.
not saying this as a Hamilton fan. I'm not being a bitter and twisted Hamilton fan here. I'm being a bitter and twisted fan of the sport that's being destroyed because they're more worried about what Netflix is going to look like in next season.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
and
Like
that's horrible because it was like F1 was the one sport that we had to where it felt like we thought,
fair.
hey, the rule book is upheld. Everything's fair to everybody. There's there's measurements pre-race. There's measurements after the races to make sure your car is always in the fits the criteria and in standard. And so this was the one sport where we felt, okay, the rule book will be upheld. The letter of the law will be the letter of the law. It's all clear and obvious. It was the one sport we had because every other sport.
Obviously, there is obviously grey areas. There's obviously areas for debate.
Interpretation,
right?
But not
interpretation,
as much as all our other sports.
But not to what we saw there, where and then you're saying there's an actual rule saying the race director has the authority to change the rules if need be.
Yeah.
That's like saying to the ref. That's like saying to the ref, I'm going to change your Arsene Wenger's offside rule for the second half. Is that all right, guys? Like, you know what I mean?
Go ahead, do whatever you want to.
Do you know what? No. For the next goal, you can handball the ball in, right? Maradona was right after all. You know what I mean? Like, it's what I'm saying. It's just
it's like what in FIFA they have that change rules stuff thing through the game. You go, okay, for the next 10 minutes, handball.
So why are you doing that? Is it because I was the referee? Why you look at me? Mate, just Tia, I'll quickly ask you, right? And most people would think, obviously, like you would be a Max fan. You obviously weren't. But what did you make of it?
I think it was hideous. I mean, I was just expecting. I wanted it to go to be a fair normal race, to be them two versus the rest of them two racing and not any stupid Michael Masi decisions. But of course, it happened, and eventually, I mean, it was just a stupid decision overall. I think.
Man United Adams was probably summed up here. It was pretty much like a free goal for Max Verstappen, wasn't it? And like we all knew, as soon as the cars were overtaken, we knew the safety car was coming in. That was before that you could tell, right? Like when I've gone mad, and then like I'm now starting to watch the race again because I'm now like shouting, "Go on, take him, right, and hold him off, right?" Because you can see in that was me for a whole 30 seconds, knowing what's going to happen. Right, the race is. I knew Lewis Hamilton was stunned, finished, like put in the oven, roasted like the turkey tomorrow, right, and brought out with roast potatoes on the side. He was finished, like served up, and as much as the fact that he managed to still keep fighting with him till turn 9 was just incredible. It just shows the sort of the driver he should be. If they wanted something like that, then yes, they should have red flagged it. But then, like either way, the rules are the rules, and you have to apply the rules. It's not the way Max wanted to win the championship, but apart what has happened, which is Max is deserving. Yeah, I mean, like I'm saying, is like Max is a deserving world champion. I haven't got a problem with Max now. Like some of his driving was, especially the last 4 races, was like disgraceful. Saudi Arabia, I think, was a joke. He should have been disqualified. If in my frontal opinion, if it's a proven brake test, if I did that on the road, I'd get jailed. So why is it you only get a 10-second penalty and keep second place? Like, so yeah, I just needed to. Let's get that off. Just get that out of the way. So Britt. Now Ollie's gone. right?
Yep.
Ragnick,
Uh-huh.
everything looking merry at Old Trafford now.
Um,
Buying the shirt.
I
On the shirt.
no. Things are looking good. Things are looking better. We had that draw versus Chelsea, which I mean, considering the table at that time, not a horrible result. After that, even though the wins weren't all impressive at all, shouldn't need a Ronaldo goal to beat Norwich. I mean, we really shouldn't, but that's how it happened. But 3 wins since that draw against Chelsea in the Premier League. Things are looking much better. Mary is a stretch. Most teams, when they have a new manager come in, if they're not total rubbish and the team is just continuing to go downhill, you normally see a little bit of an uptick from that club when they first bring in a new guy, because there's all this fresh stuff, so the guys are a bit more excited and going on. So as long as the boys can hold up that excitement and whatnot, and it not wear off after the quote unquote this honeymoon period, that'll be the true test of whether we're married or not.
Luca.
Big up, man. How are you, man?
Yeah. What do you make of like the season so far from your point of view?
What, Man United?
No, just in general, like for maybe from an Arsenal point of view, just for Lewis has to take the fault for GB, that man. I disagree. No. They're both. Both. And the reason I say for both is because if you look frame by frame, entrance to the corner, and I'll say it again, frame by frame, entrance to the corner, I can show you a picture of it right now. He is side by side. If you're side by side into an entrance to a corner, you have every right to have space into that corner. Max decides to turn further in, thinking he's just going to disappear out the way. Well, Max and Hamilton knew he was going to do that, tried to back off, so it's made to look like Hamilton was nowhere near him, right? When actually he was side by side with him, but he knew Verstappen was going to do that, tried to back off, but he had nowhere to go, right? Because Max is just going to come straight across thinking, I've got every right to just carry on, and you're just going to disappear into the sunset. So yeah. There you go. Talk, he's in the building as well. How you doing, my friend?
Talk, Man U. How are you?
Howdy, folks. Merry Christmas.
Talk. Good to have everybody.
Stephen. Yeah.
All right. So we've got 2 Arsenal fans and 4 United fans.
That sounds about right.
So Stephen, Tyho, and the rest of the United fans.
Luke is a United fan.
Hey, Ro.
Come on, Luca. Don't fuck.
Go and have a look.
Yeah. Who's?
I ain't getting hyped, so get lost.
Viva Ronaldo! Viva Ronaldo!
Luca.
Quality.
Oh, sorry. It is like the end of the year, so why not?
Right? Clips of the year, right?
Yeah, like quotes. Yeah. Oh no, if you want quotes, we'll ask for some statistics on quotes.
I've got very specific statistics, and I've got certificates to prove it, mate.
I remember that.
I don't even know how I managed to say that.
I don't know how to manage to say that. You must be about 3 parts pissed by that point.
Yeah, man. Statistics, man. Very specific and certificates.
Stephen, what was the question you asked me earlier?
Just general. How do you think the season's going from an Arsenal point of view? You can say shit. It's all right.
What?
Eat your frozen.
For the whole season?
Yeah.
Well, first start of the season, it didn't go well. First 3 games was not a good start to the season. Brentford was a bit of a freak result. We had no strikers that day. Ben White had COVID. We had so many players out that day. Chelsea and Man City was expected. And then we bought the likes of Aaron Ramsdale, Tomiyasu. Like, Stephen, if you could find a clip when I said I didn't want Tomiyasu at the time, that would be great. But technically, when we signed Tomiyasu and Ramsdale, they've proved me wrong. They've proved me wrong so far. And the thing is, they've done very well since they've come in. Ramsdale's probably got to be the best signing of the summer. And since then, we went on a bit of a good run, 10-game unbeaten run, and then we lost to Liverpool. Then we bounced a couple of games back, and then we lost to Everton and Manchester United. United were very lucky to beat Arsenal, in my opinion. But
Luca, what was you watching, bro?
No, it was because Harry Maguire cheated on that Tomiyasu handball, mate.
Oh, come on. Give me a break.
But other than that,
Luca, do you want to borrow Michael Massey? He's good at changing decisions during a
go
race.
back and watch. Go back and watch my Man United review a few weeks back. But no, I think this season's been a bit of a mix with Arsenal. I think it's been a terrible start to the season. We're in the top 4 now. Funny enough, United got. My only worry is that United got games in hand. Spurs have got a few games in hand, and Leicester and Everton. A lot of teams have got games in hand, and that's what I'm kind of worried about. We just need to keep winning and winning and winning this season, and then the more pressure it puts on the likes of Manchester United, Spurs, and that, and then the amount of games they have to come up this season. But no, I think overall we're in a good position at the moment. We've got a very difficult January coming up. January is a massive key. We've got Liverpool in the Carabao Cup. That's going to be difficult. City next week as well. Spurs, that's going to be hard. Wolves on Tuesday. So this is where it's going to be interesting for Arsenal. And let's see where this Arsenal is from the end of January. If we're still in the mix, 5-6 points off top 4, we could challenge for a sneak top 4. I don't think we'll get it, but I think we can actually try and challenge for it. But let's see where we are from January.
Okay. Yeah. Talk. I'll throw that question to you. How do you think your season's been going so far?
United.
He's
could have been better. Could have been better. Could have been much better. But I think we're still in a good position, to be fair, and just got to get behind Ranić, you know what I mean, and his ideas. Just, you know what I mean, got to go with the flow, haven't we? Hopefully he can do some good business in the window, you know, with a midfielder, and we need to just get short of the players that we need to get short of. You know, the ones who are making too much noise, they've got to be on their way. But the ones, you know, if any players want to change their mind and sort of say, "Oh, no, I want to fight for my place," happy days. Let's have it then. You know what I mean?
Big new contract we just signed, extension 2, man. That's pretty exciting.
Yeah, Olango.
Yep. I like it.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? So, you know what? He wants the job full time. We know that, Ranić. So, for me, he's gonna make the right decisions. He's gonna bring in the right players, or at least he's gonna try. And it's down to everybody else then behind him to make that happen. So, I'm liking the system that we're playing.
Do you think he will? Do you think, not to get into this, but do you think our board did their research on picking who we brought in as the coach, and if they have plans for him to stay? I mean, it's a hard thing to have faith in, because I mean, I'm a bitter man. I don't think anything they do will be good. I don't think they do anything. So I'm like, I wonder if they did the research on this appointment and try to put some faith in that, and then allow him to do what he wants to do, like it's his job.
Well, you've got to do that. That's what they've got to do that.
I know what they have to do.
Yeah, well, I think they will do, if I'm honest, because why they have no idea about how you know, modern day footballers. And I hate when people say about modern day football, because that's a nonsense. Any techniques and practices we see in football now were happening years ago.
Oh
You're
yeah.
telling me that they weren't pressing years ago? Of course they
Yeah.
were. You know what I mean? It's just
It's a new
I
invention.
think
You
it's.
didn't know that, Tom?
Yeah.
I think maybe it's something towards the way they manage players.
It's about the players.
Then,
Technical,
Right,
listen,
yeah.
technical understanding. You know what? There's ways of doing, certain jobs. You can do it one way or you can do it another.
mhm.
One way will provide you a much nicer end product. You know what I mean? So that's just a short and all of it. So you know what? The players have evolved. The technical abilities have got better. The diets have got better. Their whole sort of physical being has improved. So they're much more machine-like than athletes. So
They can play till they're 40 now.
well, that's it. Yeah. So you know what I mean? For me, yeah, they've got to give Ranić the whole 9 yards, full control. Give him whatever money he wants, make things happen, trust him, and then at the end of the 6 months, at the end of the season, see where we sit. If we're holding a trophy and we're in top 4, then it's been an absolutely fantastic season, hasn't it?
Yep.
Bargav, how are you, my friend?
Yes. Hey, Steven. Hey, everybody.
Yo,
Merry
good luck,
Christmas,
Bargav.
guys.
Oh, Merry Christmas to you, sir.
man.
Thank you.
Yeah,
yeah,
how
go
do
ahead.
you feel
About what?
with the with the football season first off, and how Arsenal have been so far, and then I'll obviously, because you're an F1 fan, I'll switch it quickly to how do you react to the ending of that F1 season?
Yeah, the F1 season was a turbulent season. I mean, it up until the last race, it was a good season in the sense, like, it was exciting. Granted, like, you look back at some of the races. I mean, what if Hamilton never, which race was it that he held up, where he crashed right at the end?
Right at the end.
Is it Baku?
Well, oh no, that was Verstappen that did that. He locked up.
Yeah, he locked up. Yeah, which
He
one was
locked
that?
up. Yeah. If he locked
So
up,
that
he
one,
would've-
I mean, like, you look at that, like,
I knew that
those
can't go on.
mean a lot more now. But I mean, at the end of it, like, it's still like a sour taste in the mouth at the way it ended. Charles Leclerc will be back. Hopefully, Leclerc will be back.
I knew
Ferrari's
Britt was
gonna
going
make
mad
some
at the end of that Grand Prix. He was going
We're
nuts.
gonna come back
I'm like,
we're gonna come back. Ferrari's gonna make a comeback next year.
we've already fired up this year's car, mate.
Next order. Yeah, like, football season's been interesting. I mean, I was not obviously, if you look back at the year, like, it's hard to be happy at the way Arsenal's last season ended. When you look back all the way to, that was last April, but that happened. Now you look at
big up everyone.
Well,
sorry, I didn't want to interrupt Bargo, so I'll wait till he's finished.
Go on.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, this season's kind of it's been turbulent also. I'm glad, like, the season's not done though by, like, December. That's, like, the best part of the year. Normally, like, I'm used to Arsenal's season being over by December. I'm just keeping it 100.
Don't worry.
Now, as far as, like, how we're doing, I mean, this is, like, the defining part. Like, this upcoming January is going to be kind of difficult. So, but I think that we'll have a better picture once January ends. We got tough games coming up: Man City, Tottenham, Liverpool.
Yeah, we got the middle of
We got four games that I think you'll know. Like, you know about the real Arsenal. So
yeah,
that's
the problem is
exciting.
as well. We've got a real Arsenal that at the minute is got a weak midfield, and we've got to play teams that are stronger in their midfield, and we've got to do that in a Africa Cup of Nations where, Partey's now gone. So
I mean,
like we're sort of lost on that one.
I mean, it's good. We still have yet to see
Neto
Man
going as
United.
well.
We still have yet to see, like, the truth on Man United either with their changes. I mean, they had one game, yeah, they're looking better, but let's see how you need like 5-6 games before you can judge that. But I still think them and Tottenham are favorites for the For
I
those
think they've got the best. The thing is they've got the. I think they've got the best manager. I
Conte.
think that's the thing. Yeah, Conte
Yeah.
out of the ones that are trying to go for fourth, I think are because you got those three are going for the title. And I'll put in the chat whoever's gonna put in. I'll put in the chat unless there's anyone else other than Chelsea, Liverpool, Man City. Which one do you think is going to win the title? Please
Well,
do put that.
The reason I'm a little worried about Tottenham is they actually created chances against Liverpool.
That's what I'm saying.
We don't do that in any big game, but so let's see how it goes.
But yeah. Melina, how are you?
Hey everyone. Big up everyone on the panel and in the chat. I wish everyone a wonderful Merry Christmas. Hopefully you have a blessed one. In terms of Arsenal, I'm very critical of the team, but I like to give credit when and where it's due. One thing I will say is there's rumors around that Saka will be signing a contract extension, which is good news. So Man United, you can shut up about wanting to buy him.
Where does this come from?
Hang on a minute. Can I just? You're saying Man United want to buy Saka?
They've wanted Kieran Tierney. Every time I speak to a rival fan, they keep saying, "Oh, we'll take
Hold on.
In terms of our next fixtures, like December was a tough, not really the toughest round of fixtures. I don't even know if the Boxing Day fixture will happen with all the games being a lot of games being postponed due to COVID. One thing I will say is we're the type of team to take one step forward and two steps backwards. We don't really have consistency in our squad. So yes, we can be a team like West Ham at home. But then we'll struggle against a team away from home on the road. And considering we're only playing one game a week, I want to see a lot more from us in terms of consistency. I'm still eating my humble pie over the Aaron Ramsdale signing to Arsenal. I just finished watching his video on Ben Foster's YouTube channel. He was talking about his transfer to Arsenal. And apparently Arteta was interested in him even before the Euros started. I didn't know that. So they were like scouting him before the Euros even began and before he was like gone with the squad with Southgate for the Euros. So that was interesting to see.
I just add to that is that what I think Arteta mentioned in the press conference actually when he was being called up for the England squad, and he said that he didn't say anything about his talent. Actually, he said more about his personality, and I'm like, so we're buying a goalkeeper off personality, not talent first. Okay. Right. So that was a bit of something like you took basically what you've done. You liked his personality, so you thought you'd take a gamble. So is that's what you're basically saying? Because the first thing you should look for is talent, then look at the personality. For me,
but he's the thing I like the most about him, which I haven't seen from Leno over the years. And don't get me wrong, Leno did well for us in the few seasons. You know, the season we won the FA Cup, and then we had the problem with Martinez and Leno, and then Martinez fucked off to Villa. And we moved on. But one thing I will say is from Ramsdale, I see a lot more vocal goalkeeper, the basics that we didn't see from Bernd Leno, and shouting at your defense to stay in line and to keep that line sort of solid in the back. That's something that we really we needed, and I like that from him. I like the enthusiasm from him, and he's really great at shot stopping. He's done that well for us. I want to see a lot more from him in terms of shot stopping, but for a team that plays from out the back, he's done well for us so far, and hopefully he continues to do well. I kid you not, I was cursing him out when I heard we were linked with him. I thought, we're going to be the next team relegated at this point. He was at two different clubs, Sheffield and Bournemouth, and he was relegated twice with those clubs. And I thought, no, it can't be the team. It's probably just, his lack of ability. And the day we signed him, I said, oh my days, we're fucked. We're screwed. We're starting the fixture with Brentford with half of our starting 11 missing due to COVID. But you know what? Later on in the season, took 3 weeks for him to be number one keeper. So, and I don't see Okonkwo getting a minute. So I think we might end up buying another keeper in the summer. I don't think Arthur Okonkwo will get minutes as a backup keeper.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's definitely a good sum up of it. right now. Tio, what have you made of it? Like, it could be either a bit more positive than it was in the first 3 games, or it could be a lot worse. So, like,
Definitely more positive. I mean, I guess you remember in the first few games I was absolutely mad. I was pissed.
You were
I was
done.
done. I was done with Arsenal Football Club in general. But I mean, we've turned it around. We've turned it around for sure. I mean, 4th place. I'll take that for now. I mean, I didn't expect us to get 4th place at all. I will take it for now, but there are definitely a few improvements to be made. Like you said, midfield. And to be honest, also a bit of creating. With Aubameyang gone, not in squad, we've played better for sure.
Yeah.
But I mean,
I will say is actually I still think defensively we've looked shaky at times. Like we still concede too many chances. We still
True.
concede too many chances. Well, that's why Ramsdale's called upon so much, and that's why 9 times out of 10 he's then man of the match, because he's having to save chances a lot and save our skin a lot, which is good for him, but like not good for us as a team. And as much as I keep saying, like, it's all great with 4th now, right? But this ain't May. This is December, right? So, like, people can, like, the people that can come in and say that, like, if you're completely believing in Arteta, that's fine. If you want to believe that, that's fine. But just keep yourself on the ground. It's still only 18 games. Still got a long way to go, and a lot of games to play, and a lot of points that we can easily drop. Right, I mean, we're playing Norwich on Boxing Day, and I just know every time we go to Norwich, we just never play well. We never play well, ever. So not for a while.
With our recent performances, I think we should smash them up. To be honest, I think it should be a 5-0 win. I really think it should be.
Well, you reckon it'd be 5-0?
Well, maybe not 5-0. Maybe it's a bit of an exaggeration, but
I
think we should smash them.
I think it's a lot closer. It's because Dean Smith's come in there, and
Oh no!
How did you make of that game? What did you make of that game with that Man United played against Norwich?
You talking to me?
Yeah, talk.
The Man United Norwich game, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, let me just remember.
It was 3-2.
Yeah, I can't remember that far back, bro. But I don't think it was the best. I don't think it was the best performance. I don't think it was the best performance from
Norwich. That was I think it was Norwich. We needed what was it? So it was a late Ronaldo goal. 1-0.
That's right. Yeah. It wasn't.
I think it was a late Ronaldo goal.
It wasn't the best performance on all that.
Great.
To be fair.
But
yeah.
It was the first of the 3 consecutive
Britt, it
wins.
was a 75th minute Ronaldo goal, but it was only a penalty, so they didn't really actually lose much. It was just a penalty.
Norwich were unlucky in that game.
Yeah, exactly.
Very unlucky.
But we shouldn't have needed that. Thanks. Good research, Mel.
Yeah, definitely. If anyone's got any questions, by the way, please do put it in the chat. I will be putting the link in shortly. Don't worry, I will do that at some point. I will get everyone to try and come on and have their say, because that's what this channel's always tried to do, is let people come on and have their say, and I try and do that.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Right, and everyone can come on to say Merry Christmas, obviously. So yes. I mean, I'll put that question in the chat. Who do you think is going to win the title out of the 3 of them? Chelsea, Liverpool, Man City. They're all trying to go for it. Like, looking at it now, right? One word, like, if you were to look at it now from, like, because what we're game 19, something like that. Who do you think is going to win the league now at the halfway stage? And I'm going to start with Tio and work way around. Tio, who do you think is going to win the league?
Well, it's a tough question, but I'll go with Manchester City simply because the depth they have. I mean, they have been performing well in my opinion. So Man City.
Okay. Britt.
I have to go with City. I can't say that other club whatsoever, and I don't believe in Chelsea at all.
No. Okay.
But City, they're definitely the most proven, even though they're big games. Guardiola has a tendency to overthink things and outcoach himself, but over the course of the season, he doesn't do that. It's just those big single one-off games where he has a tendency to do that. He can coach a season. There's plenty of talent in that disgusting squad. And if I have to choose between those three, I'm going with the blue side of Manchester.
Yeah. Luca.
To be honest, right, I think Chelsea overall. I think Chelsea this season. I think they've done all right this season, right? Chelsea. I think the last couple of games they've not done very well, but I think Tuchel's a very good manager. I think they'll turn it around. They've got a transfer window. Yes, Lukaku, Werner are out of COVID and all that stuff, but I think they've got a very good squad, and we have to play them in February, and it's not going to be an easy game.
Who you got? No. Mel?
No?
Sorry, I'm here. I was speaking on mute, for fuck's sake.
That's all right.
I'm going to, unfortunately, I have to say the Scousers. I think Liverpool will nick it.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Bargo.
Yeah, I think it's Manchester City. I think they're the best team in Europe and in England. But personal opinion, I guess.
Okay. Talk.
Yeah, it's Man City's all day long. All day long. There's no way Liverpool are going to be able to.
Do you think Chelsea can catch up?
No. Not at all. Listen, what did I say at the start of the season with Tuchel? I said, there'll become a moment where he starts tinkering, messing, blah, blah, blah. And then what's happening? He's tinkering and messing and it's not quite working out. Now he's in panic mode and it ain't going to work for him. Simple as that. So Chelsea, you can forget. Liverpool, in my opinion, they'll get second or third. And Manchester City, no, you can't. Listen, when Liverpool won it, if you remember, go back.
Yeah.
When Liverpool won it, what were Manchester City doing?
They were down a free fall, weren't they?
Well, there you go then. They weren't having the greatest of times. But Pep, and how many points were they behind Liverpool when Liverpool won it? Manchester City.
Wasn't it like 2? Wasn't it 2 or 3?
It wasn't a lot. So you know what? Liverpool had to really, really hold on and scrap. And then this following season, we're seeing what it was all about when it all went south. Big time because they lost one player. And they had to start changing things about. Then they lost another player. And it just got from bad to worse. But this season, Manchester City are not going to let that slip. Considering what they did last season, then what happened in the Champions League final, Pep more or less gifting it. Pep's going to want to make amends for that. And he will, in my opinion, he's definitely going to win the league. And I think if he gets to the final again with the Champions League, he ain't going to make the same mistake again on the biggest stage of his career. He ain't going to do that again.
It's going to be a big ask with no striker, though.
He's already listen. They talk about Pep. You know, what did he say before they went for all out for Harry Kane? No, we don't spend 100 million on strikers. Next thing you know, bang. They're offering 150 million.
Also talk like City, they don't want Kane's gonna be 30 next year. I think they're looking for more of a young profile. I can see them going all out for Erling Haaland. Yeah.
Yeah, they want all because they're gonna use the sale of
Haaland with United.
They're gonna sell Torres. The money from that apparently is gonna come in four installments. So I don't know where they're getting this idea from. That they're saying Manchester City are saying, or Pep is, we're selling Torres to Barca, right? We wanted 70, but because it's Barca, we'll let them have 55. Then we'll let them pay us in 4 installments. First installment's due next summer. We're going to then buy Haaland, and we're going to use the money from the sale of Torres to pay for purchase of Haaland. It's like, wait a minute. What are you on about? You've not even got any money yet from the sale of Torres. How you, it's nonsense. What he means to say is, I'm going to have a chat with the board and the owners, and the money will be there for Haaland. Then we'll use the money that comes in to sink back into the club in some kind of fashion. But if they want Haaland, I believe they're going to have to pay ridiculous amount of wages. Because, as we know, when it comes to Haaland, the way Mino Raiola has done it, what he's doing is he's making sure that the transfer fee is as low as possible, but not stupidly low. Then the money that's being saved by the club purchasing Haaland will have to pay that to Haaland in wages, a massive percentage of that, because he's saving them X amount of money. He ain't just going to go for 70 or 80 million and then say, oh yeah, I'll take 100 grand, 150 grand a week. He's going to want massive pennies. And is Manchester City going to pay that? I don't know. The only club that I can see paying that kind of money is Man United, because we're the only ones who pay that kind of ridiculous money.
And we love giving money to Raiola.
I think Haaland will go United. I genuinely think he will, because Ralph has got that massive connection, and it would make sense if Haaland goes to Manchester United.
What? I just want to actually, because there's been a lot of talk about because Man United had mentioned about Haaland or Vlahovic. Right, there's been a lot of talk. And by the way, Jem, I put the link is now in the chat. By the way, so but if you do want to come on, do so. Big up, Jem. Right,
yo, Jem.
I've seen what you've done with GNA TV with you and Ads, and you should be proud of what you've done with their quality channel. You're doing what you do. Keep doing what you're doing, man. And you're more than welcome. You know, Jem, you're always welcome back anytime you want. So big up, Relentless, hard for the donation. Right, pleasure, absolute pleasure to know you, mate. And I've got to get back on your channel at some point, mate. Definitely. We'll sort something out for the for the new year, definitely.
Relentless. I've seen Relentless for time.
Yeah,
for ages.
He's still there. He's still around. We're still in touch. So we'll get that sorted.
Relentless. It's been ages. Yeah. No, it's been weeks. I lied.
No, you're with everyone. Well, you know everyone. So like,
Stephen, who's that? You just added to the chat because I can't see no names on it.
It's Man United Adam.
Oh, right, okay.
I was going to mention about Vlahovic. There's been strong connections between Arsenal and Vlahovic. What do you guys make of that? I'm not getting hyped.
What I've been hearing is that Fabrizio Romario is saying that apparently we're looking at a striker in the transfer market, right? And the thing is, I'd gamble someone like a Vlahovic. Like, I don't know much about him, Stephen, but what I've been hearing is what people have been told, that he looks very talented in the Serie A, and he looks a very good striker. We're willing to pay. What I've been hearing is that from the reports that we're willing to pay 70 to 80 million euros. Is he worth that type of money for a young sort of age? No, I don't think so. But if we have to pay for it, we'll pay for it. But no, I don't know much. Very talented. He's breaking the goals in the Italian league. But my only issue is, will he adapt in the Premier League? You go.
I don't know. I mean,
we're more like Dominic Calvert-Lewin.
God help me.
Even he's experienced Dominic Calvert-Lewin.
Yeah. I mean, there's a list of strikers we could go for. The Vlahovic, Martinez. You could look up. Andre Silva as well. He's banging it.
With Andre Silva.
He's banging it. Mate, he's over 28 goals last season.
That watch along on
There's also Alexander Isak.
Isaac's a good player.
Isak as well, yeah. Isaac's.
He's a good player, very talented.
He's been underperforming this season.
And Jonathan David, my fellow Canadian, I gotta vouch for him.
I don't rate Jonathan David. So.
Yeah, the only problem I find
he's really young though.
The only problem I find with Isak, he is very young. He is also very young as well. But he's only 19 though, so I don't really want.
Isak is 22, bro.
Oh, 22. So I'm my bad. He's still young-ish, but like, so I'd want someone maybe a bit more experienced.
He can build. I think Isaac's quality, man. He's killing it. He's killing it in La Liga, man. I think it's quality.
Okay, so like the Arsenal fans, then one would answer, which one would you take? Which one would you take, Tio? Who would you take? Like the ones we've mentioned. Like the strikers
I'd go
we've
with
mentioned.
Vlahovic. I think he's a very, very good player. He's a very good striker. I mean, I think he just broke the record for most calendar goals in Serie A as well. Luca obviously said if he will adapt, but I think he will because to be honest, he's just a poacher kind of striker. He bangs goals in for fun. I mean, it's ridiculous. I go with Vlahovic.
Did you say he's a poacher?
I mean, he's more of a goal scoring striker instead of
more
creator,
like a Lacazette than a that might be an issue. Luca,
Dominic Calvert-Lewin or Vlahovic?
there's one.
Dominic Calvert-Lewin.
Melina.
I have to go with Luca on this one. I'll take DCL or Isaac.
Isaac's quality.
Which one?
I'll
May I
say
have one?
Isaac over DCL.
Okay. Bargav.
Yeah, Isaac or Richarlison.
Oh no.
Everyone's saying two.
Richarlison.
Steven's fed.
I just got back my head against the door, please.
Where did he look going tonight?
Yeah, I don't think Vlahovic will come here. I think he might go to Tottenham. He might go to Manchester City, supposedly. That could be that's on the table also. So yeah, I mean, Richarlison would be great.
Because I don't know much about Vlahovic, because I'd had Vlahovic or Andre Silva, I'd take Andre Silva over Vlahovic because I don't know much about Vlahovic. So I can't really.
That one's also not coming.
Yeah, I am not joking. Look, 28 goals last season, mate.
No.
31 in all comps.
Nowhere near my club.
What's wrong with Andre
I
Silva?
take Isaac.
Andre Silva's quality.
This is what I'm saying. Would you take Andre Silva, Tio?
Yes, he's quality.
Mel, would you take Andre Silva?
I think he's shit, Andre Silva.
Why do you think that, Luca? Why do you think that?
No, I think he's shit, mate. I don't care if he's banged it in German league. He needs to adapt in the Premier League, mate. I think he's quality. I think he's shit, mate. And at the end of the day, I think we need to go for someone like Isaac, Calvert-Lewin, or Vlahovic. Any of those three, right? Personally, my number one who I would take is Dominic Calvert-Lewin. He's Premier League experience. Yeah, okay, he's got injuries, right? But he's Premier League proven. He's someone in the air that we need. We haven't had someone like that for like Olivier Giroud type. So I feel like we need someone physical presence, and I feel like you've got Tierney, we've got Martinelli, we've got players who can cross the ball in the box, and imagine getting the likes of Calvert-Lewin. I just feel we can get someone.
That.
So
Someone read that for me, please. That's Andre Silva's goal stats.
I don't rate Andre Silva. I really don't rate the guy, mate. I don't care if he's got those stats. He will not.
That's 34 in total, like 29 in total, and 28.
That is a massive gamble. I don't know what Mel thinks. That is a massive gamble. So
how's that a massive gamble?
it is. I don't rate the guy. I think he's shocking, man. Literally.
Have you ever watched him?
Yes, I have. Yes, I have.
How long?
It's half season.
Half season. It must have been half a season you weren't scoring anything. I don't know. But, I mean, talk. What do you say?
Yeah,
Vlahovic. I know one.
Vlahovic.
Actually, talk. I know what you.
Hold on, Luca. Luca, are you sure you haven't got a pair of teeth and a tongue in your ass, mate? Because he's very good at talking.
Legendary quote.
I love you. That's quite innocent. Listen, I've got to go and do some telly box viewing with my missus. So, big up. Have a nice Christmas, everybody. I'll see you.
Yeah,
at
nice
10
Merry
o'clock.
Christmas,
Catch
Tom.
you on the Man United.
Yeah,
Christmas,
nice
bro.
one, Mel. Have a nice day.
You too.
I'll
You
message
too,
you
Tom.
later. Have a good time.
Yeah,
Big up,
yeah.
Stephen. Have a nice time.
Yeah.
and that.
Have a good
Will
one.
do.
man.
See you in a bit.
Coming on,
There,
man.
bag up. Take care.
Man United
care.
sucks.
See you later, man.
Oh,
See you later, Tom.
So, yeah, yeah. I mean, look, those are the stats. Like, I when I look at stats and I see 34 goals in all comps, I'm like, yeah, please, I want or 29 goals in all comps. So in 34 games. In 34 games, it's not like he's played 60 in the season. He's played
Right.
34 games and he's got 29 goals. So we're talking multiple goals in a game. So I'm like, and that's not even with Leipzig. That's with Frankfurt. That's not even one of the top league German teams. So I'm like, yeah, I'd take that any day of the week. No wonder Leipzig bought him.
Andre Silva, right? I guarantee you, any other fan base would not guarantee with you that taking Andre Silva. He is not the answer. He is not.
Luka.
We need a striker that's going to get you 20 to 30.
Wait, would you take Andre Silva?
I wouldn't.
I'd have to watch a little bit more of them to get a.
But if you're looking,
But
at,
looking at those stats,
Hmm.
they are impressive. I'm not going to get hung in do it
But
in the
that's
Premier
the
League
League,
and then name you two other guys who haven't done it in the Premier League too that I want. But I'd like to see a little bit more of him. But he looks to be a good player. I mean, I guess it's all moot because Leipzig got him, right?
Man
So-
United, Adam, would you take him?
Sorry.
Would you take Andre Silva at Man United?
I mean, I haven't
If the
watched
option
much
was there.
Bundesliga, but if he can score and he can score goals regularly, then yeah, you'd take him. But Luka seems to hate everyone.
Mate, it's true, isn't it? Come on, mate.
Look at.
Come on, mate. I'm being a realist, man. Literally, it's being serious because the end of the
Mate,
day,
like, it's your opinion. Like, I'm just, I can't get it.
want someone like that. I'm sorry, but at the end of the day, you not take someone like him in the freaking Bundesliga. I'm sorry, but you don't take someone like that. I think
Oh my god! And there it is.
Right.
Go for someone with experience. I'm sorry, but I take Vlahovic. I take Isaac. I think Isaac is
Yeah,
quality, man.
Hang
What he
on.
Guys who
done
haven't
in the
played in the
Euros-
Premier League.
What Isaac done in the Euros was quality for
What
Sweden.
did he do in the Euros?
Mate, it was quality. He scored a couple of goals against Poland, right?
Oh, well done.
Poland.
Well done.
Young,
Poland, the mighty Poland.
mate, I take either Isaac, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, or Vlahovic. My number one, I take Calvert-Lewin. 100%. We need someone in the air that's going to be
That
strong.
gets injured every 5 bloody minutes.
How do you know he's
If
gonna
you've
get
seen our
injured?
injury record at Arsenal, you want another injury-prone player. Like, you might as well go buy Wilshere again.
Yeah, but we're not going to get Vlahovic. We're not going to get Vlahovic.
We might as well sign Wilshere. You know what I mean?
Fuck Wilshere, man. You know what I mean?
Well, you're basically buying a striker alternative with Calvert-Lewin.
You got to think the right striker who we need. Okay, we're
Yeah,
not gonna
but why
get-
would I want to buy a striker who's more likely going to get injured every 5 minutes? What's the point in that? I might as well just buy myself.
Yeah, but we need a striker that's going to score goals. We need someone in the air that's going to be strong, physical.
Yeah, and by the look of that, and from what I can tell, Andre Silva can do that as well.
He's shit. So, but that's
Mm-hmm.
your opinion, man. I'm not going to argue with that. And that's it.
I'm not
But
going to argue it here, but the stats are completely the other way around.
I'm sure every
Yeah.
other fan, right, around this on Twitter space or anyone like that will disagree. Right,
Uh-huh.
that Andre Silva's not the answer. So,
He's
but that's
already
your opinion,
scored.
man. If you rate him, that's
eight-
fine, man. That's cool, man. If you rate him, that I don't have.
Yeah,
a
I'll rate him. Yeah, I'll rate him. And I'm sure if you asked any other fan base, they would take him. And when I'm talking fan base, I'm not talking about Chelsea, Liverpool, Man City, right? Now, I'm talking about like the teams that we're too busy fighting with at the minute. Like the ones we've got to fight to finish in the top European leagues for in a minute. Like he wouldn't come to Arsenal anyway because he's too busy playing the Champions League. He's that crap. He's playing and scoring in the Champions League, you know?
Dan says in the chat, right? saying Andre Silva ain't good enough. What does Waffle know anyway, mate? I talk simple facts. Yeah, he ain't good enough.
Yeah. But he's banging goals in the Champions League. He's not good enough,
mate.
He's played 6 games. He's played 6 games in the He's played 6 games in the Champions League, and he's scored in 3 and assisted in 1.
No, he's not the answer, man. Literally.
Thank you. Anyway, moving on. What
yes, let's talk about midfield. Talk about midfield.
Oh, do we have to talk about? Oh, I know what you're going to talk about. But so I'll ask everyone else first. Mel, what do you make of the old Gini Wijnaldum situation?
I wouldn't take him, to be honest. Well, move on from that. I would not take him.
Okay.
Simple as that.
You're not taking just a 6-month loan?
Nope.
I agree.
Okay. There's better potential already still in the Premier League that we can.
Someone agrees with me for a change. So there.
Bargav.
No.
Yeah. So I'm happy with the Renato Sanchez move coming, upcoming. I'm excited to see how he does here.
That's not what I asked.
Well,
I was asking
midfield situation.
I think he was ignored.
No, I asked like the Gini Wijnaldum situation.
Oh,
for
like
6
nah.
months until the summer.
I don't think that's gonna happen anyway, because
yeah, Arsenal wouldn't do that, and like, I don't think Arsenal would do that anyway. Like, they wouldn't go. I don't think with Gini Wijnaldum will go to Arsenal after coming from PSG.
when does a player ever like go to another club and 6 months later he's like off somewhere else?
Yeah. But like,
not rare.
I mean, for me, I would be upset if we actually bought the player. I wouldn't be upset if we were loaning him up. If he's been loaned out for 6 months, because like Luca, if you're gonna move around, put it on silent, please. If we're gonna loan the player out for 6 months until we can buy someone better in the summer, because don't forget we've got an inflated. Don't forget January's always an inflated market. Right, you're always buying someone for a substantial amount of money because they know you want the player if you're going to buy him in January. So if it makes sense that then we can get someone better for not as much as it would cost in January, just to loan him out for 6 months to help on midfield, because he's clearly better than Xhaka. He's clearly better than El Neni. Right, Lukonga's just like he's only just turned up. So I'd take that just to help our midfield out for the rest of the season. Then go buy someone later. That's my look on it. This is what I've said. This is what I've said throughout the whole thing. I've said I'm not getting him or buying him.
Wijnaldum. Come on, man. Seriously, there's better.
Yeah,
players.
but I'm saying like we could get better players, but at a more decent price in the summer. And we could get a
right? And I respect everyone's opinion, right? This is what people don't understand. Right? Is that people think, oh yeah, we're going to get him on the loan deal, but what people don't realise is what if we buy him at the end of the season?
We're
and
not
then
buying him.
Like, yeah, but you don't know that, Steve.
Because do you know why? Because I've said this already. Edu's backed himself. Edu's backed himself into a corner with that stupid bloody. No, he's straight. What have he put? Luca, let me finish. Yeah. He's backed himself into a corner with this frigging interview saying it's about the youth project and building the foundations of the football club. Well, if he's doing that, then he can't go and buy Gini Wijnaldum after having a 6-month loan deal with him, because he looks like a right mug, doesn't he? So he doesn't want to look like a right mug. He wants to look like someone who's actually helping the club. So he's not going to go buy Gini Wijnaldum after loaning for 6 months, because it goes completely against what he said. Right?
It doesn't matter whether he goes.
So he's not going to do it.
Adam,
and Arteta said he's not going to. I don't even think Arteta said he wants to keep him anyway. If he did get it.
You wanted to say something. Adam, you say something. You wanted to say something.
Yeah, go on, Adam.
Oh,
did you want to say something?
Yeah. I mean, just like what we were saying about, asking the people about their team season. I mean, shit, but Rajnik's in. We'll see what happens.
Oh, sorry, man. I forgot to ask.
Yeah. I mean, if you don't mind me also talking about the F1, if that's a problem or not. I mean,
yeah, that's all right. You can ask about the F1. Mel, I know you're an F1 fan as well, so I've got to ask you as well. But go on, Adam. You go first. Oh, come on, man! Man! Like, I didn't do that.
Nah, I'm not crying. But you know, I think obviously Hamilton was robbed. Verstappen fanboys, don't come for me, please. You know, I don't. Max and Red Bull won it. They did nothing wrong. Max did what any other driver would do, but the FIA were just stupid, and ultimately Hamilton's been robbed, and I don't know if he will retire or not, but hopefully
was.
not. Hopefully not. I mean, who would be my favorite driver if he got? Probably Carlos Sainz. To be fair, I do like Sainz, but
Yeah.
smooth operator. But I think Verstappen, well done. You've won your championship. Still 6 titles behind, but you know, well done. You can.
Fair play to him. He did what
Yeah.
other driver did, and you look at it on a balance of paper, yeah, he did deserve it in the
Yeah,
end.
I mean,
But
to be fair,
the
the
way
season
Hamilton
was
drove was
entertaining.
faultless.
Yeah, the season was entertaining, but it ended in a bad way, in my opinion. Like the way it ended, and
Yeah.
yeah, I mean,
No, I'll ask you. What did you make of
I
that?
also feel it was really rigged. It was clear as day what happened, especially with the ending of the safety car. It just seemed like it wasn't gonna go Hamilton's way at the end of the day. Also, disclaimer: Verstappen fans, don't come at me. I'm not looking for drama. But at the end of the day, congratulations to Verstappen. You're still 6 titles behind. Keep it moving, keep it stepping, and hopefully the next one. You know, a lot of people were comparing this to the Aguero moment, but I wouldn't say that. I think this is more severe.
No,
And
that
some
was
people,
this was rigged.
I
This was
don't
set up.
hear me out.
yeah,
Next year, I don't think a Red Bull or a Mercedes is going to win the title. I do not know why. Maybe I hit my head on a wall. I have a feeling it is going to be, hear me out, Charles Leclerc.
yeah,
No,
that is not
no,
good if
no,
that
no,
happens.
no. I guarantee
Yes.
it. With,
I'll get
right,
behind that. I'm one
Go on, Carlos.
because Mercedes have already announced they are very far in the development of the W13. So
Oh, yeah.
far, in
Oh.
fact, before anyone else has even fired up their engine, right? We've even fired up our engine before Christmas Day.
You know what?
Yeah.
I was really tempted instead of saying
But Red Bull, you keep spending on that season, yeah. Go on.
I was really tempted to. I wasn't going to mean it, but I was really tempted to say Lando was going to be the champion next year. Even
Well,
though
he
I
could
know,
be. You never know. It is different because he's got
I
a
mean,
Mercedes
I
engine,
hope
so
he
he's got the
gets
same
some
engine.
wins. I hope he gets some wins because I do really like Lando Norris. But you know, it's really about. I mean, Red Bull are not going to be as good as next year, in my opinion. I think Red Bull, you know, spent most of their money in this year's car. Next year, it won't have the same results. Mercedes with Russell and Hamilton as well. We'll see how that faces off. I mean,
Well, do you think like I don't think after what Hamilton and the way Hamilton is, he will retire.
I think he'll just want to come back and get that one more.
Yeah, but
Hashtag Rosberg flashback.
Yeah, but the thing is that what happened with the whole thing with that situation is that he's basically saying, how am I supposed to race when you can't trust in the rules that are supposed to be in place? So
who gets his chair?
Who gets his chair? Well, it'll be running around trying to find there'll be a reserve driver. There'll be a reserve driver there.
I don't know why, but at my school, legit, everyone does not like Lewis Hamilton.
Most people don't. I don't know why. Honestly.
Yeah, I'm like one of the only Hamilton fans.
Yeah, well, there you go. But like he's. But I know for a fact that as much as Hamilton might talk about retirement, he won't want to just settle there. Like after that, he will.
He hasn't finished his story yet.
No, he had no. He has basically what he's done is he he doesn't leave it. He won't leave it lying like that. He'll go out. He will leave it how he want to leave it, and he won't want to leave it on the midst of cloud of controversy like that, especially after what he's built up. But like, and again, it's his own decision. I wouldn't blame him, to be honest. Apparently, what the new president said, they said they're looking into breaches in the rules, because apparently in the rules they said that all 3 of the top 3 drivers have to attend the prize giving gala. So though Toto Wolff's not going to get punished because he did not go because of loyalty to Lewis, he could be punished further, maybe to a point of a 10-place grid penalty, for the opening race of the season for missing the prize giving gala. That is what's one of the penalties that are talking about.
Do that.
Just give the championship
Hey,
to Verstappen.
do you know what? Do you know what I was thinking? I was thinking, so hang on a minute. So one was if he got COVID and he had to miss it. Like, just for example, you know, he got COVID last year, but say if he got COVID, you know, and always been around someone near COVID, right, just before the ceremony, and he couldn't go, right, because of that. What's he supposed to do? Or is he ill in hospital? But he went suddenly down. He got hit by a bus or something. Pray he doesn't. Like, no, pray he doesn't. But like, he got hit by a bus or something. He ends up in hospital in a coma. How's he supposed to turn up? You're gonna give him a 10-place grid penalty then if he's on the grid next by 14 days, like 2 months later.
You know, my favorite part of the
how can something in 21 be applied and it affects the 22 season? It's not even affecting the 21 season anymore. You're now putting him behind the 8 ball. I mean, doesn't mean anything for him, but if it's a different driver, we're talking catastrophic or even fringe drivers. This is very important. You can't punish a guy in 2022 for something that happened in 2021. It is insane to me, and I feel like
I understand he's in pain, or I understand that of what's happened, but if there have been breaches, but in the end, what he said was this new president, who's apparently some former race driver, right? Oh, you're a former racer, so you might understand. So hang on, you might understand what he's feeling. Oh wait, but no, because the only reason no one knows about you is because you're now the president. Because basically you're a racing driver who was shit. Right, so you actually never fought for a championship, never knew what it's like to lose the ultimate prize in motorsport. So you've got no idea what Hamilton's had to go through, especially with what your FIA. But then, to put it down to the fact, you've then come out and said, but then if there are breaches, rules are rules. Oh, rules are rules. Well, if the rules were rules, mate, right, we would have finished under the fucking safety car, and we'd be. Like, it would have been an 8th world title, and it would have been under the safety car, done, finished, finito, right? Because that's how it should have ended. But no. But the rules can change there, but they now can't change on this. Stick it.
Do you know what
that's what I said. I said on Twitter, look, Hamilton, they don't deserve you, mate. Right? Verstappen already coming out and saying, like, I don't aspire to be like Lewis, right? Like he never was on my bracket. He said he's something that you should inspire to be on and off the circuit. Because he's better as a man, right, off circuit than you are. There would be on circuit.
Yeah.
Like,
did you see that part where that kid said he idolizes Lewis right in front of Verstappen?
Yeah, the ego that already has got to. I knew it would do it as soon as it got to his head. As soon as he won that championship and got his head around it, that's it. The ego for Max has gone to his head.
Well, it was always there. Now he has some sort of validation and vindication to him being like, "Oh, I am the best ever." And now finally a title.
Yeah, mate.
So I told you.
It's one of those. You just bumped him by the shoulder. Said, "By the way, mate, you know you won the title." Said, "Yeah. Did you buy Michael Massey a drink after?"
Christian Horner.
Hey Steven, I gotta get going, but
yeah,
I'll catch you like next time. You're doing the watch along tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm doing a Norwich City Arsenal watch along. Yeah.
All right, yeah, I'll catch you there.
Yeah, cool. I'll catch you there.
Merry Christmas.
All right, Tony, how are you, my friend?
Yeah, I'm cool, mate. Cool. Christmas greetings, everyone.
Yeah,
On the
man.
panel.
Christmas greetings
Cheers.
overall. We are, and we got Relentless in the building. How are you?
Yeah, man. Cool.
Yes.
Oh, he's got Pepe on the screen as well. Love it. Right,
Oh,
justice
Peps.
for Pepe. Right,
Oh, free Pepe. Come on, free Peps.
yeah, give him a chance, man. Like, yeah. All right, I'll start with the same question I started at the start. Tony, what do you make of your season so far?
Right. How long have you got? Well, at the moment, it's not so good, but it started pretty well. Slapping you lot for a start.
Yeah, thanks.
That started very well, but unfortunately, we just gone out the League Cup, which ain't so great. Losing to Chelsea, of course, but other than that, it's not bad, to be honest. I mean, we're sort of, was it middle at the moment of the table, so you know we are still around there, the top 10. So you know we might still qualify for maybe what's it, the conference thing, Europa Conference or whatever.
Well,
so.
that's a big ask, to be honest. That is a big ask. You got the reason I'd say that is you got West Ham, Man United, Arsenal, Tottenham, Wolves.
Oh yeah, man, yeah.
Still around
Yeah,
there.
you're right.
No,
There's still
please.
a lot of big teams, even Leicester still. A lot of teams there. A lot of teams there
Yeah,
still.
man. Yeah, I think we could do it though, but you know, as you say, I mean, I'm just happy that we're quite a way up, and you know, looks like we are gonna stay in the Premiership. That's the main thing, you know. That's what I want. I want to stay there. So you know, that's what matters.
Could you imagine though, Tony, how bad their fan base would lose the plot if we beat them in the final? So are you saying if Arsenal get to the final and we play you lot, that's bizarre, and you beat Chelsea, that is? I think if Chelsea are in the semis, that
If
is.
we beat Liverpool in the final, if we beat Liverpool in the semis, we'll win the cup.
Nah.
Uh,
No.
No,
No.
Okay.
Not in your life, mate.
Possibility.
This is
I actually
Arteta.
think
This
you
is
lot could beat
Arteta.
Liverpool. I think you lot could beat Liverpool. You know, I don't think they're that great in the cup.
I don't
They
think
You know,
don't
it doesn't-
care about the cup. They put their weak team out for the cup.
Yeah, but
That's
the
right.
thing
What
is,
do you
like,
make of
people
it?
No
say-
Salah or anything.
Hang on. I want Relentless to go because obviously he hasn't. So he just come on. So
Let him
Relentless go.
speak and I'll
Yeah,
say
go on,
my
mate.
play after.
Yeah, Merry Christmas, first of all. Merry Christmas to everybody on
Yeah,
the
Merry
panel.
Christmas, mate. Merry
Merry
Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
And when it comes to the, we're talking about the Carabao Cup, right?
Yeah, man.
So it's the semi-final, right? And we're in the semi-final with Brentford and Chelsea. And
It's no, it's
We're
in
out.
the semi-final.
We're out.
It's in the semi-final. It's Chelsea, Tottenham versus Arsenal, Liverpool.
shit, yeah, we're losing that, man.
Yeah, we're out of that. Okay, that was simple enough.
I mean, to be fair, you know, I get caught negative a lot, but to be fair, we have been playing good football at times. But the thing that kind of concerns me is that it's good to see us winning again, but when it comes to like those top 4 teams, you know, there's a high chance we might lose like 3-0, 4-0. You know what I'm saying? So it's not really consistent. But like, this is the games. These are the type of games I've always been complaining about. You know, in the past years, that when it comes to the easy games, we tend to struggle. But I feel like this season, a lot of our wins is coming against the smaller teams. You know, which is a good thing. But also when it comes to, you know, if you want to get top 4, not only do you have to beat the small teams, but you also got to get some points off the big teams as well. Because those games make a big difference. So it's all well and nice. It's all well and nice beating Leeds and flipping Southampton and all these
But you gotta
teams or what.
be the teams that you're around. So.
Yeah, man.
Got Norwich next. Should beat them, shouldn't you?
But I'm still Stevie, you know me, I'm still at out though.
Oh yeah. No denying that. Salah, Mane at the Alpha Cup. Yeah, that's a good point. But then they never play their strongest side. That's the point. They never play their strongest side in the cup. They never care about it. They care about Champions League and the league. That's the only thing Klopp cares about. Champions League and the league. Domestic cups are secondary, right? So, but
I mean, let's be honest. West Ham should have beaten them, shouldn't they? You know, was it 3-1 up? You know,
Yeah.
and they somehow still came back. I don't know how, but
there you go. So, like,
Hey, I got to get
we
out of
could
here,
do.
guys. But I just wanted to
Yeah,
wish
you
you
know,
all
it's-
very, very Merry Christmas, everybody.
you
in the
too,
chat,
mate.
Everybody, in
Merry
the
Christmas,
chat,
mate.
Merry Christmas,
Amazing
to you
week, mate.
guys. And
Have a
we'll
great one.
chat you soon. Hey, you too, guys. Bye.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Cheers.
You too.
Cheers, mate.
Can I say something about the Carabao Cup game against Liverpool?
Go on.
Right. And then I'll let you lot carry on speaking, and then I'll shut up.
It's all right. I'll direct. Thank you.
Right, basically, I can't see us beating Liverpool, right? The thing is, right, I don't know how people are saying.
Oh, here we
right,
go.
I don't know how people are saying, right, that, oh, yeah.
I
we'll
just
beat
explained it.
It's the negative again.
Let me finish, yeah. But no,
Do you know what's funny, Tony? Like, everyone says I'm negative.
No, man.
Finish, man.
Well,
This dude trumps you,
you
mate.
guys
He trumps
haven't
you.
met me. Apparently,
Right,
I'm
go
really
on,
negative.
go on, Luca. Go on,
Let me
go
finish,
on,
and I
go
won't
for it.
speak. I won't speak, yeah. But no, the thing is, right, people are thinking, right, oh yeah, we'll beat Liverpool, yeah. How do you know if people that the African Cup Nations is going to go ahead? Because I wouldn't get too excited, right? If people saying, oh yeah, the African Cup Nations could be off, Salah could be out, Matip could be out, Mane could be out, Keita could be out. Liverpool's still got quality. Yeah, remember, people are forgetting, right, that Liverpool lost 3-1 down against Leicester, and Liverpool came back and won on penalty. Yeah, Liverpool's still got quality in their team. Yeah, I can't see us beating Liverpool, mate. I really cannot see us beating Liverpool.
But Arsenal literally played the flipping 15, and Liverpool played they played the under sevens, bro, and they still fucking beat them.
As people say that Jurgen Klopp relentless will not take that seriously, I think he will take that seriously. It's a cup, it's a trophy.
Yeah, by the way, the AFCON is going ahead, isn't it? Because they're playing in countries that ain't got on the red zone, isn't it?
Yeah, as far as it is, it's still playing.
Yeah.
Well,
As far as it is.
I hope it does get played. So Salah and Mane don't play, and Matip.
Well,
Yeah,
so
I know
that's
that'd
why
be a big
everyone's getting
advantage.
hyped.
I got a question, right?
Go on.
I know the topic,
Oh, he's on Arteta
we gotta
setting them.
talk about.
Wi-Fi there.
Hang on. Go on.
But Steven, I know me and you haven't spoken for a while, right? But I'm curious to know your thoughts, and I'm sure you probably know my thoughts. What's your thoughts on about me? You think it's being stressed right now?
You have to repeat that again, mate, 'cause he's gone off.
What's your thoughts on Aubameyang?
Get lost. Get out of here now. You know what I mean, innit? Like,
Yeah.
the guys,
Yeah, do one, pal, go on.
the guy should be stripped. Should be stripped of the captaincy, which he has been done.
Yeah.
It's good. Right? Actually, Arteta stands up to someone. Like, and like ever since he's been dropped from the squad, we've played better.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah.
like, then he needs to stay out the team, doesn't he? So, like, he knows where he's going, and that's out the exit door, isn't it? So there we are.
Stephen, who would you make
Do you
captain?
think
Who would you have as captain?
I make Steven
Who
captain?
would?
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
He'd do a
No,
better
make me
job.
make me the manager, man. No, I'll do a better
Yeah.
job. Right,
Better
I
than
know who to
Mr.
buy as well.
Fraud.
Like,
What do you
I
think
know
is
who I'm
the
buying
play
as
of
well.
the season?
Player of the season. It's got to be Aaron Ramsdale,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Ramsdale. What do you
Yeah.
think? What do you think about the right back, Tomiyasu? Think
Yeah,
he's
Tommy
alright?
Yasu's
Tomiyasu.
done.
Yeah.
Tommy Yasu's done
He's
all right.
class.
He's had some bad games. He's had some
I think
bad
it's a
games.
bit of
He's
a.
also played
I
well.
think
For his
I think
first
it's a bit
season, he's
like
pretty
weak
good.
a little bit. He's a bit weak, if I'm being honest.
The problem I find with is when, like, just for example, when Pepe's played with him, he can't seem to get what he
overlap.
wants. Yeah, whereas
It
Cedric
doesn't
does.
overlap as much.
So
Yeah.
The thing
that's
is, with
that's
Tomiyasu,
probably needs
right?
to be.
Sorry to cut your tone, yeah. But with Tomiyasu, right, he always seems to cut inside, and we mentioned this earlier, Stephen,
That's right.
in our Norwich preview, right, today. And the thing is, we saw it against Sunderland. I know it's against the League One opposition, but you saw Cedric. He links up very well with Pepe on the right, and Maitland-Niles has done it as well. And I feel like if Pepe does really well with the likes of Cedric, and it always links up on that right. It worked against Sunderland.
Yeah.
So whether whether he would be the player who I'd start, because Tomiyasu's out on Sunday against Norwich if the game goes ahead. I'd personally play Cedric on the right and then play with Nicolas Pepe, because Pepe, for me, I thought he was quality on Tuesday night.
He was, yeah.
Pepe needs to play more. Like Pepe can complement this type of football we're playing, bro. Like, yes, I like Saka, but you know, for me, I popped off the Saka train a long time ago. If I'm really being honest, I think we have players that are a bit better than Saka in our academy. Like, I think ESR is better. Emil Smith Rowe is better than Saka. I think the hype around
leaps and bounds.
Yeah, I think Saka, the hype train behind him has just completely died. I don't think Saka's really been that great the whole of 2022, if I'm being honest. I mean, the whole 2021.
We just mentioned just earlier about we just mentioned just now about Tomiyasu, right? Because like that is, that's sometimes a problem, but it can also be a benefit to other people. So like, depends how you want to play your wingers and your right backs. It's a choice, another choice that Arteta has to make and needs to be wary of. The captaincy, like Danny, like clear choice, captaincy, clear choice, Gabriel, vice cap. That's a good choice. I'm not too sure about Gabriel being a vice captain though.
He can't speak English, can he? Gabriel. Can he?
You think he can?
Oh, right.
But I'm not sure though. Like, if you can't speak English by now, then there is a problem. Because how's he going to be able to cope with Ben White?
Emery.
Steven.
So
good evening.
Go on.
Who do you think is our player of the season for the entirety of 2021?
It's a tough one, isn't it?
Jesus Christ, that's a tough one. We were so poor last season. It's unreal.
Well, what was the question?
For me, it's a clear choice.
What was the best player of the season? He said. Arsenal
for the entirety of the year. For the entirety of the year.
Go on, go on.
For me, it's Emil.
Emil says that. Yeah,
it's been brilliant.
Emil Smith Rowe's been quality, both last season and the season before.
I feel like Gabriel, like towards the end of 2021, I feel like he's really stepped up.
The thing, relentless. The problem. I hear what you're saying about Saka, but the problem is he doesn't get rested.
No, I mean Gabriel. No, I said Gabriel towards the end of 21. He's this year.
Yeah, but what I'm saying about Saka. What I was saying about Saka is that the reason he's playing like he's playing is because his manager never rested him. He hasn't rested him since lockdown 2020.
He's playing nearly every game.
That's not good enough. That needs a rest. He needs a rest.
Right. He's relying on the kids too much. I mean, like the kids. That's the reason. Like when you get to these games, like these top 4 teams, we crumble because we're relying on the kids too much.
The kids are keeping him in the job, I think.
And I asked you guys who's the best player this season. Who do you think has been the most disappointed player? I feel like I already know what you guys are going to say, but who do you think has been the most disappointed player this whole season?
Sure.
As in, let's say the worst, or just who you expected more from?
I expected more from / they just been
Aubameyang.
Aubameyang, yeah, but I mean...
Yeah, but I knew Aubameyang was finished.
The whole year.
I told you Aubameyang was finished like the beginning of the year, though. So I'm not really surprised about that.
But Aber ain't shown up in any of the games, has he? Well, maybe in the League Cup he showed up a bit, didn't he? And got a few goals there. But Aber.
Not in the
Aubameyang, he got some there, didn't he?
No, but only if it's like against like West Brom B team.
Yeah.
That's it. So that's like he has to be, so like sorry, the guy's not good enough no more. So
he hasn't done nothing in the Premiership, so
anyway, we're gonna end it. In about 5 minutes actually, to be honest.
How about Partey? I know Partey's been inconsistent, but the games he has played well, and he's been really good. And the games
Yeah.
he's been shitting, he's been really shit.
Yeah, like a bit, but like he's not helpful because he's had such a ridiculous manager in charge.
Yeah. It's ruined him.
Any of them help, but yeah.
I'm glad Martinelli's playing though. I think he's brilliant, Martinelli. Superb player. Always rated him, you know.
Yeah, but now he's doing the same thing to Pepe.
Yeah.
He's got to do it to someone. He's got to do it to someone. He can't just be fair and balanced and rotate it. He's got to be a twat to someone.
Yeah.
Like,
but Pepe don't deserve it though. He's got great techers. He's got better techers than Saka, to be honest. So I think he should be playing.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Yeah, Tio, what are you doing tomorrow then? Before we wrap up.
I mean, I'm just gonna celebrate with my family. To be honest, I mean, I'm gonna have a good day for sure. And I just wanted to say, of course, Merry Christmas. But I want to say that you definitely inspire me, Steven. You're such a strong person, and yeah, I wish you all the best, man.
Cheers, man. Cheers. Appreciate it. Luca.
He's on mute.
Sorry about that. What was the question?
What are you doing tomorrow?
No, tomorrow I'm seeing family and all that stuff. I'm just chilling, really. No streams tomorrow, man. It's Christmas Day, man.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting. I was just asking
no,
what you're doing tomorrow, Christmas Day. I'm streaming. No way.
No streaming on Christmas Day. Boxing Day I'll be streaming, but not Christmas Day.
Yeah. King Tony, what you doing, man?
Oh man, I'm just going to own my sister's tomorrow and all that for the Christmas dinner. Couldn't do it last year, obviously, with all what happened, as we know, unfortunately. But obviously this time we're going to go over there, so and enjoy it and whatever. So just chill.
Wicked. Relentless. Yeah. What are you gonna do then?
Probably just chill. I still got a couple gifts I need to wrap up. You know, some last minute shopping. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Probably get ready for the games on Saturday. You know what I'm saying? And probably, yeah, that's pretty much it. Just kind of relax. You know what I mean? Enjoy time with the family.
You mean you mean do the games on Sunday?
Yeah, the game's on Sunday. Yeah, get ready for that. Hopefully Arsenal don't stress me out though. Hopefully they give me 3 points.
Oh yeah, they will. Don't you worry about that. Don't you worry about that. They'll stress you out all the time.
Man. Don't need that Christmas. Enough stress already.
Yeah, trust me. There's enough stress. Trust me. Yeah. What are we doing tomorrow? We're doing. About midday we're going to my mum's fiance lives separate to my mum, so we're going around his for dinner, which is gonna be fun. I'm gonna have to wipe my wheel first, just in case I eat something that's gonna kill us. We're gonna do that, have some probably games there, and then come back home, and then after that just chill. So yeah, not much, too much after that really. So, but like everyone else in the chat, everyone else that's still watching, big up everyone that's still watching, everyone in the chat, big up everyone who has turned up, who hasn't, or what.
Big up everyone in the chat.
Merry Christmas to you all.
Merry Christmas,
I
everyone.
hope you have a good day tomorrow. And and we're back Boxing Day. We're back on Boxing Day. Arsenal versus Norwich as usual. So make sure you tune in Boxing Day for that. It will be starting a bit earlier, so we're doing a little bit of a preview to that. So that'll be my sort of preview to it beforehand. So do it then.
Cool.
Until then, stay safe, stay well, and we'll see you soon. Bye bye.